Sarvatmananda ji. Some of you already know him. He works in Ramakrishna order in Vedanta Center in Amsterdam, which is part of Amsterdam. He has been working there for already 8 years so far. Before that, he worked in US, in San Diego for 3 years, and before that he worked for 7 years in Boston, in Hollywood.
12 years.
12 years? Yeah, 12 years. So, and before that he was in India in several places. Now we have opportunity also to visit Belgium. Somehow, so we will take this opportunity to listen some more about things which we really need in our life. So without making further delay, so I think I request Swamiji to start the talk.
The subject, as you have suggested, is it control the mind or stress or that kind of thing?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
That is the.
There was actually a tie-up between several topics. So
That's all right. Everything deals with the mind. So
yeah.
let us start with it here. Om Asatoma Satgamaya. Om Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Avirmayeti. Rudra Japtidakshinam Mukham Tenamam Pai Nityam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Lead us from unreal to real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Reveal thyself unto us, O Lord, and protect us by your benevolent nature. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Why we get stress? Let us start with that. That is a modern problem of stress. What is stress? The mind, disturbance of mind in one word. Disturbance of mind. Why mind is disturbed? Because mind is not sound. Weak mind gets stressed, but the sound mind does not get stress. Worries, anxieties comes in life, but a person with good character, sound mind does not get that much stressed as weak-minded people get. So that is why we have to make our mind strong. That's the only way. It comes the purity of mind. Make our mind strong means it comes ultimately to purity of mind. The more mind is pure, we are strong. The personality is very much important. Character building is very much important in human life. We get education, career building education, but not character building. That is why Swami Vivekananda has told, education we need character building, man making, character building, which makes us to stand on our own feet. We need not have to depend on anybody else. We have to depend on our own being. All strengths are there in us. God has given us everything, but somehow we miss it. Somehow we do not live the life what it should be. That is why we get stressed. Our mind is weak. Whenever any struggle comes in life, we cannot stand. And day after day, mind is pressed. Mind is hard pressed. That is why we do not have that peace of mind. As a result, we lose. The body system also does not work properly. digestion comes, there will go not good sleep, all these things disturbance of mind. If mind is not disturbed, if mind is peaceful, there is no problem in life. Everything goes smoothly. So that's why character, human character is very, very important. And that type of education we need. We get education for career building, as I have said. We somehow we get education and we can earn money and runs after enjoyment. So all these things and modern facilities, particularly due to the scientific achievement, so many things have come in the market. If we are not steady, then we accumulate things unnecessarily. We do not need certain things in life. Life should be simple as possible, because there are many, many things, important things to do in life. We get education, but at the same time we have to make our character also solid foundation. So that type of education we are missing. Earlier days, as we see in the Upanishadic days, there are systems. Life is divided into four, you can say. Satayurvai Purusha. Upanishad is telling, if we lead a good life, not stressful life like modern people do, if we lead a good life with character, with peace of mind, and following the health rules, not violating the health rules, that means we have to take food properly in proper time, we have to take good rest. All these things, due to our this busy casual in this life, we do not follow the health rules. We have no time in the morning, those who are in the working field, no time even to have good breakfast. Get out from the house and go to office. So all these things, it gradually it acts upon the health. So we do not follow actually health rules also. So that is why what happened. Ultimately, we lose many things in life. So that is why we see earlier days, as I have told, that's 100 years of living, that is human nature. If we live good life, following the health rules, not stressful life, peaceful life, then lifespan average 100 years. Satayurvai Purusha. The Purusha, human being, can live 100 years. And that 100 years itself, they have divided into four. Brahmacharya, Garastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. Brahmacharya is a student life. A life of restrained life, life of celibacy, life of continent. That means a student is supposed to give his whole energy, his or her whole energy for studying, for acquiring knowledge. And that knowledge, earlier days it was Guru Griha Vasa. That means one student used to stay, not like modern arrangement, hundreds of students in one place, university, school, we go. Not like that. Just a small group of people can stay together and day and night, 12 years, stay with Guru. And then see, the Guru also is a man of character. Usually earlier days it says, a saintly person. So that's why, not just mere from the book learning, from the life. So the Guru is a perfect human being, a saintly person. So seeing his life, day and night, it gets good impression. So that is the proper education. And no other thoughts, no other outgoing nature, because they stay with the Guru, seeing him day and night, and that education is perfect education. That means there itself, character is built. Man of moral, follow the moral course of life. So character is built there itself, in the foundation itself. That with that we come into the Garastha life. First Brahmacharya, then Garastha, family life. When education is complete, 12 years of staying with the Guru Kriya, then come to family life. One is supposed to maintain family, manage life, children, give children education, and then another 25 years, divided into 4, so average 25 years getting education, another rest 25 years earning money up to the age of 50. Then one is supposed to retire from work when the sons, daughters, they are ready. They have become mature in their knowledge, their education. Then one is supposed, even if it is married person, both husband and wife live a retired life. The sense that retired life, it does not mean that spending away time with seeing TV as modern people do. No. Contemplation, meditation, thinking of God, what is life. So that before that one is busy, cannot have that time to know. But when we are ready, when duty is over, then one can have to have time, and that time has to be utilized for the higher purpose, to know what we are essentially, what for we have come to this world. That is spiritual. And that also one does it. That is vanaprastha life, retired life, not involved in the family life, and stay. Even husband and wife stay together, but live like hermitage. And that is over. When that is over at 75, then rest, a few years are there. We do not know up to 100 years one will live. But normally 70, 75 years, and then one has to entirely give one's own energy to realize the truth, to realize God. That was the life pattern of the earlier days. That is why people was occupied with respective duties and they fulfilled. Because God realization, or realizing the truth, realization of the truth, or realizing one's own self, that is the meaning of this human life, which is not possible in others' life. Enjoyment is possible even in animal life, enjoyment is possible. There is no restriction, but that is not for human life. Human life is to know the truth, is to know God, is to know our own being, our own self, self-knowledge. That one has to get. And those things modern education does not give, and that is why we lose it. As a result, mind also, we may, by that we may get money, more amenities of life, all these things are there, all facilities are there, but still people are not happy. Why? Because that steadiness of mind is not there. Mind is not solid, mind is not pure, in the sense, so many thoughts are there, so many propensities are there, so many desires are there in the mind, and those things makes us restless. And as a stress, why? Those who are weak-minded, so they get stressed more and more, pressed, hard pressed, and one day it breaks. That is why one gets stressed. The different factors are there. Modern lifestyle also is different. Why broken family? There is no peace at home. So all these things, there is no peace at work also. When you go to work, there we get scolding from the boss. So complicated of life. Life is complicated. What for? All these things because we do not give importance to our own character, to our own making oneself steady. That is why ultimately, although we get all facilities, but still something is lacking, and which is very vital, which is very important. Money is not very important in life. Character is very important in life. It is said, if money is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If character is lost, everything is lost. Because money, even a scavenger can earn money. Does not need to be educated. Even just labor, hard work, they can earn money to earn their livelihood. So that money can make. If health is lost, definitely it takes time to recoup it, to gain good health again. So there is something is lost. And character is lost, everything is lost. You may be a robust health, a gymnast, good physique, but if character is not good, then you lose everything. So that is why character building education, man-making, character building education, that I want. So that type of education we need. Then there will be less risk of this stress, of the imbalance of mind. Stress is nothing but the imbalance of mind. Mind will lose the balance of mind. So that is why we get stress. And that disturbance of mind, so that is, mind is getting disturbed regularly. Mind is not at calm and peace. And for that, we do not try also. There is method to control the mind, but how many of us give importance to control the mind? No. So that is a regular habit of good thoughts, where from we get books, Bible teachings, the great teachers, and those who have realized God, saints and sages and incarnations, prophets. So their life and teachings, it helps us. All these things we have to make some time, regular basis, to read a few pages, then and try to, just mere reading will not do, and we have to try to follow in our life as much as possible, because it is not, all are not the same caliber or same strength, we do not, but as far as possible we have to maintain that kind of life, because we give other side, that is why the balance, we imbalance. We do not give importance, we give the material side. We give importance for the development of the material side, which can give us comfortable life, by which we can have good earning and live a comfortable life, but that doesn't solve the problem. That is why we have to rather cultivate a habit, the regulated life. Yes, I will do my work, office work, that much which is allotted to me. I will do my best according to the ability, according to my ability. So there we have to give importance, and rest of the time we have to give for other things, because in this life itself there is an opportunity to realize the self, to realize God. What Sri Ramakrishna has said, he says, God realization is the only purpose of human life. There is no other purpose. Other purposes are secondary. Other purpose helps or means, but God realization is the only purpose of the human life. And that we do not give. That is why we suffer. Those who give, rather those who are devoted to God, think of God, pray to Him sincerely, earnestly, and try to lead a good life, their life definitely will not be stressful. So that is why we have to, in our daily life, we have to have some time which we can practice our own development, spiritual development. Think of the spirit, what we are, what I am. That we do not think of that. And rather, we always try to, why we do not get peace of mind? Holy Mother, the wife of Sri Ramakrishna, has said very nicely. Somebody is telling her, Mother, we are very peaceless, we do not have peace of mind. Mother is telling, my child, if you want peace of mind, don't find fault with others. Rather try to find your own faults. And nobody is stranger, my child. The whole world is yours. Very important words, few words. Usually our tendency, because that weakness is there, I do not overcome that weakness. So that is why wherever I am lacking, so it is easier to find fault with others. When we try to, or when we see fault in others, then we have to think whether I have got that fault or not in me. Have I overcome those faults? When then you see, no, you are also victim to that. That is why we should not try to, those who particularly want to live a good life, a peaceful life, they should not rather try to finding fault. Habit is a habit also. Many people are there, you have done. Just see before that, am I victim to that? Yes. So that makes us thoughtful. Rather think, responsible, whole responsibility in us. The world itself, nobody can make me peaceless. It is me. My lifestyle makes me peaceless. So that's why I have to change. The world is, so we see restless. Because my mind is restless. That is why we see the restlessness of the world. If you are peaceful, restful, the world it will go. Nobody can change the pattern of the world. Many saints and sages have come, nobody can change the pattern of the world. But they lead a good life. They set an example before others. Those who follow them, they gain something in their life. They do not lead, they are not victims in this stressful life, modern life. So that is why we have to have some time regularly, on a regular basis, to put into practice spiritual side. That means we have to, as I have told, we have to have some time when we can, daily, regular time, when we can read a few pages and try to follow in the life. Many things have been. God is truth. Buddha did not tell anything about God, but God is truth. What Jesus Christ was the same thing. He is telling God is spirit, God is truth. Worship Him in truth and spirit. So all these things, even Christian, the priest, they do not teach. The teachings of Christ is very important. So God is truth, God is spirit. So we do not, God is not, just we do not see. But that spirit is in us. Where is God? God is not somewhere sitting in heaven. Jesus Christ Himself is telling, the kingdom of God is within you. We have to find God. You see God, pray to God. Whom we are praying? We are praying to a higher consciousness. That is God. Pure consciousness. We have consciousness, but that is just consciousness of the body, consciousness of the mind, that much. But pure consciousness, we are that pure infinite. We are that infinite being. We are part of that pure consciousness. So that is our real self. We have to think of ourselves. That is contemplation, that is meditation. Some time we have to keep regular basis to have contemplation, to think deeply about ourselves. We do not do. That is why mind also gets restless. The more one can dive deep into oneself, peace comes, because Sampath Yerra, the nature of the soul, nature of our own being, the spirit is Shanta, peaceful. So that is the more we dive deep into ourselves, that means it, meditation or concentration, everything concentration. The work also is student, more concentrate in studies, get good result. Similarly in the spiritual field also, the more one can meditate, the more one can think of oneself, think of God, because the nature of our being is Shanta, peaceful. So all these things Who discovered it? The saints and sages. India, one thing they have discovered, the spirituality. They give importance to the spiritual life. Being Indians, we should not forget, wherever we may be in the Western countries, but we should not forget our spiritual heritage, which we get from the saints and sages. Their lives and teachings, great incarnations have come. Krishna, what is telling? Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. I am seated in the being, all beings. I am seated in the heart of all beings. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. I am seated in the heart of all beings. So these things, these are all, kingdom of God is within you, and Sri Ramakrishna has told the parlor of God is in your heart. So all these things, the source of all peace and joy, it is in us. But we do not think that way. Our life pattern, modern life pattern, do not rather help us to ponder over all these higher things, higher life, higher consciousness. So these things we have to regularly, if we follow, as we do, if we do not get food one day, how we become restless? Mind also gets restless if we do not give good food to the mind. Body, when our body needs rest, we are tired, get good sleep, mane shanti name. So it is shanti. With the peace of body, the body is tired, exhausted, you have good rest, good sleep, body is fresh. But mind, you cannot have good sleep if mind is disturbed. Sleep will not come at all. If mind is too much disturbed, mind is too much stressful, then sleep will not come even. One loses one sleep, normal sleep. That is why other system also, digestive system also does not work, other things also will not work, nerve will be tensed. So all these things, it comes because of a stressful life, because of not regulated life, what we are supposed to do in everyday life. So these things, those who follow, they do not suffer from this stressful life. They do not suffer from the disturbance of mind. Mind is uncontrolled. That's why control of mind is necessary. And human being are eligible to do that. That is why other side, we do not give importance. Only we see the material side, we give importance, and that is why in modern time, in spite of all our amenities and facilities, but we are not happy. Because happiness is different thing. Peace brings that happiness. That peace is in us, but somehow we lose it. We have lost it due to our different lifestyle. That is why we have to think what the saints and sages, what the prophets and incarnations, their lifestyle, what they have said, what we have to do. So all these things we have to know. For knowing, we can have guidance from a holy person, or we can have guidance from the scriptures. That also reading regular scriptures. That is why the best friend is the best book. Those who have time, not TV, not seeing just time, spending away time seeing TV, which modern people do. No. We get rather mind is disturbed, so many things. No. That should not be. We should not forget that it is in us and everything I can make it. And that is why we have to give importance to this side more and more. Because other side, whether we try or not, it has to do. Because for our lifestyle, for our livelihood, it will make us to do. But this side we neglect. And that is why mind becomes imbalanced. Mind is not balanced. Mind should be balance. The more we give, the importance we give the material side, the more mind will be stressful, mind will be disturbed. There is no escape because Rajaguno, it brings Rajas nature, active. But Rajasic nature also has got other things. This enmity, this cruelty, bigotry, envy, jealous, hatred. All these things also comes by side. So that is why we have to make our nature sattvic more. Three qualities are there in our mind. Even mind is the element of three qualities: Rajas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Tamas is animal nature more. Inertia, that timid nature, or inertia, or laziness, no. But human being have to be more active. But more active, with that makes us to earn more money, this, but no. We have to balance it with sattvic. We have to practice some spiritual disciplines in our life. We have to practice, we have to live a moral life, and we have to follow spiritual disciplines in our life as much as we can. The more we can do it, the more we will be peaceful. There is no other way. So we can avoid the stress by cultivating good habits, leading a good life, moral life, virtuous life, and this regular meditation, regular thinking of oneself. That we have to find time, some time we have to find out. Early morning is a good time when fresh energy is there, we get up, and we have to keep some time for regular spiritual practices. Those who do that, and with that attitude, those who go to work, their work also will be fine, because mind is not disturbed, mind remains calm and quiet. So work also will not suffer by that, rather we can do better work by that. When we come back again, the mind is disturbed due to so many contact in the daytime, odd situations may come in life. So facing all these odd situations, sometimes mind gets disturbed. That is why for that we have to dive deep into ourselves. Again, the source of all joy is there in us, that is God. Source of all peace is there in us. So that the more we think of Him, the more we think our real nature. Santa Atma, peaceful, Atman, our soul. We are essentially soul. And it is divine. Swami Vivekananda is telling each soul is potentially divine. That potentiality is there. Divinity is there in us. We are that spark of the divine, which is infinite, immortal, blissful, peaceful, Satchidananda, Satchidananda. That is our nature. So that we forget and give. We are thinking just we are helpless, this human being. No. Particularly when we are stressed, we feel so helpless. Sometimes people they think that a drink may help, and with drinks and drugs, all these things, they come modern young people, particularly Western people, become psychiatrists. All these things because wrong style of living, and that is why we suffer. That's why Swami Vivekananda has cautioned us. We may learn from the West their efficiency, their technological efficiency, their active nature, their disciplined life, their organizing capacity, all these things we can adopt in our life to live a better living, but not at the cost of your culture, because culture is more important. That is Indian culture, is spiritual culture, and that we should not forget. Wherever we may be in the world, does not mean that I have to be just Western. No. We have to keep our own culture, we have to keep our spiritual culture. That we have to practice in our life. Not we are just book learning, so it does not help if we do not practice in our life. So So we have to practice in our life, day-to-day life. Life, we do not uncertain. Today we are there, tomorrow we are gone. You cannot tell that we will live 100 years. Though everybody thinks that I will live long, but we do not know. Life is so uncertain. Life is so short even. Tomorrow it may snatch away. And by death, we do not know. When it is so high time, when we are young, when we are energetic, we have to, at this time, if we build up our life in this way, we will never face this stressful life. Uncontrolled mind automatically. The more we dive deep into ourselves, the more we think about real nature, the more we think of God, mind will get rested. Mind will be controlled automatically and peaceful, our nature will reveal itself. So that type of life we are lacking, and that type of life we have to try in our life, in our day-to-day life, as much as we can. That is the only way. I'll stop here. If you have any questions, lecture can go in that way, but it doesn't help. So many questions come in mind. So that is more important than we are giving talk.
Yeah. Now it is open for discussion. Anything, any kind of question. Although some of the
Spiritual question.
I mean spiritual questions. Because in a short period of time, it is certainly.
In terms of big philosophical discussion, and this is not.
Yeah.
What you need spiritual life.
Yeah.
And that's why I am here. What for?
Yes. So in a period of 45 minutes, I think it is not really possible to compile everything of what our Upanishad has told. So certainly some points might be, some people want to know more about it. They are free to ask anything from the, in that point of
Because
view.
everybody's life is not the same. We are different. We are all human beings. Everything is there. But mind is so different. You see the whole nature. So many millions of people are there. Two persons just alike in the face. No. Some, even the twin brothers or sisters, there is some difference in there. Similarly, if the physical being itself is not exactly the same, and not to talk of mind. So mind is not same. Mind is so different because we are in different levels. So that is why question also come. It is not the same question. Question also come differently, and that is important because problem is ours. And then how, if I do not know, how will we do it? So that much we can discuss. I can share my thoughts with you, that much I can tell.
Just one small question. Can we make a difference between spiritual culture and Indian culture? Because in Indian culture it is always mixed, but is there any barrier to make differences between spiritual
Indian culture. What is Indian culture? Indian culture ultimately all, or philosophy or religion, anything spiritual. That is the teachings. Gita, you read Gita or Upanishad, everything spiritual. So Indian culture means spiritual culture. Indian culture means itself is based on spiritual culture. Indian culture is nothing but spiritual culture. Wherever, from north to south, wherever, everybody more spiritual minded. That is religious minded. Religious and spiritual. So religiosity we follow. We put mark and then we take Ganges bath regularly. We do all the go to pilgrimage. No, spiritual. That we have to think what for we do. These are the preliminary steps we do to keep our mind engaged with the thought of God. Ultimately, the thought of God, the thought of spirit, that it's come and that it teaches. Why we go to pilgrimage? Because it helps us to keep the mind in the thought of God. So that is why Indians, we go to pilgrimage to the Himalayas, to some places, religious places. So Indian mind would be only spiritually based. Material side, Western gives more in material development. No. Because material development is not development at all. Because all thing, everything, can you take with you anything from this world? We have come empty-handed. We did not bring anything. We have to go empty-handed. You may earn $1 million. You may have bank balance. Can you take that money with you? Next part? No, you cannot claim. So we come empty-handed. We accumulate things here, but everything we have to leave it here, including our body. All our material, everything we have to leave here and then go. So what remains? This picture. So that is why we have to make our spiritual wealth while living itself. That spiritual practice gives that. Spiritual practice, the more you practice, the more you give importance to the spiritual side, you gain something. And that will go with us. A spiritual person, those who think of God, those who pray to God sincerely, honestly, live a good life, not giving others trouble to others, not hating or cheating others, not giving trouble to others, peaceful. That spiritual person think of God at the time of death also. Mind, those who have practiced regularly in their life, their mind will automatically go towards God. Think of the spirit. That is really spiritual life. That type of life we have to lead. That type of practice we have to do regularly, so that it becomes our nature. It becomes one of our nature. So at the time of death also, peaceful we can go. Because we know at the time that everything is material, including this body. I am not this body. A spiritual person would know that I am not this body. Body is a machinery. Body has been given to me to make me know what I am. So body is the means, our body and mind, the psychophysical unit we tell. Psycho is the mind and physical unit. This is the psychophysical unit. Body-mind complex. So that we are not. We are spirit. Spirit is different. Non-material, non-mental, that is called spirit. And that is God. And that God is nowhere. It is in us. So that practice, the more we think of God, the more we think of spirit, or in other words, the more we think of our higher consciousness or real being, that we will be peaceful and restful. Even at the time of death also, not disturb us, because we know at the time we are not this body, we are something else. And if we can keep our mind connected with the thought of God, we will realize God. And that is the ultimate purpose of this human life. So Indian life means spiritual life. We give spiritual. Indian culture means spiritual culture. And that give that. A human being here in the West, development. How much one can develop? And India always will, how one is spiritual. That is why the saints and sages, you see, they are adored. Still, do not forget them. But many kings have gone. Do not. But a spiritual person, Krishna lived 500 years, 5,000 years back. Do not forget him. Buddha lived 2,600 years. Do not forget him. Like that. So spiritual person is India. We remember them because they have, that is the real gift, and they give their life. As Swami Vivekananda, the modern prophet, has given his life. For whom? For the betterment of India. To give the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, what he has practiced, for what type of life at this modern time we have to lead. That Sri Ramakrishna lived the life and taught some young persons. Swami Vivekananda is one of them. He has made leader, Swami Vivekananda, to found his philosophy to different parts of the world. And that is why Swami Vivekananda came years back, more than 100 years back, 1893, to attend the Parliament religions as a representative of Hinduism. So that India has one thing to do, one thing as a great gift to the world, that is spiritual. And that India, whenever got any opportunity, it goes to another country, their culture, the spiritual culture. India, where you see, they read their Ramayana, Mahabharata, this and that, everything related to the spiritual life. That is why that's a great culture. And that is lacking. West is lacking that, and Swami Vivekananda made a bridge rather, give the more spiritual thoughts to the Western world and take from them, not as a beggar, but as a friend, take from them their material efficiency, their technological knowledge that you take. Because otherwise you will not have to beg, not a beggar. We have a great thing to give, and that is lacking. West is lacking to that. That is why Eastern thoughts, as in Buddhists or Hinduism, etc., ISKCON, the Hare Krishna movement, is all Indian origin. This is coming to the West, getting popular. Why? Because Western people need it. And it has to. That's why it has to come. Balance in that way. Because one-sided, a lot of problem comes in life, which Western world is suffering more. India is suffering from poverty, but now, because of this two-way traffic, because that is Vivekananda. One, before that, Indians did not come, the West, particularly spiritual ideas did not come to the outside world. Swami Vivekananda brought it. And that he has given, that is more and more. You see Indian students, also Indian young people coming to the West, they are getting knowledge, the technological knowledge they are getting. At the same time, from here also many Western people are going to India to learn about the spiritual life. So that we see, and there Swami Vivekananda 100 years back, he has brought this, he wanted this, and he made a bridge, the East and West is the best. So we need balance, both sides, not only alone material side, the spiritual side also. Those who have lived the balanced life, life was fine.
Swamiji, normally we know that we have to maintain, we have to give some time to the soul and thinking about God, but after a few days again we lose interest, and again we go back to normal materialistic life. This is normally common problem.
It is common problem, but that perseverance is necessary. The 3 P's Swami Vivekananda is telling. If we keep on the 3 P's, purity, not prosperity, purity, poverty. Poverty means not just to be poor. Means that we have to be satisfied with
what we have.
What we have.
Yeah.
If we have got sufficient, we should not give too much importance to the material side to earn more money. If you are sufficient, God has given me this much, I am working, because other things we have to give. And perseverance, regular practice, perseverance, that is needed. We lose because we do not have that habit. We have to make a habit so that it will be long-standing. That's a perseverance we have to do. Those who have perseverance, we have to go on pursuing things, go on doing things. You do for some time, just not Brahmananda even telling, you take God's name. Somebody is telling you, taking monthly rickshaw from him and taking, some have nothing, after 6 months. What I have told you, do it 3 years, don't tell me anything. And after that, if you do not get anything, give me a slap even. That one, the With regular practice, we want definitely one will get the result. In their experimented truth, in their life. So we lose faith because that is problem in the West also like that. They want overnight success in life, not in mind, not with the mind. It is not so easy. Overnight success, never, never. You have to pursue things. You have to go on pursuing things. That is what is. First of purity of purpose, to live a good and pure life.